Hey guys, so it's me Alexis and welcome to my astrology channel, and today we'll be covering the Aries Rising. This is the last Rising video in my Rising series, so next week I'll be covering something new. So it's either going to be Saturn in the houses or major aspects in astrology, so just comment below and just tell me which series I should cover next. Without further ado, let's just get to Aries. So Aries is a fire masculine cardinal sign, yeah. When you put these modes and polarities and elements together, you're going to get a sign that's very impulsive, optimistic, immature, bossy, and maybe confident. These are the characteristics that basically make up Aries. Aries represents the ram. They literally ram themselves into everything. And when you're an Aries rising, this is what you do. You just ram yourself into everything. You just go, whatcha, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna think about it, I just wanna do it. And you know, with an Aries rising, or an Aries in general, that impulsive nature is so strong. There's a lot of times where I do things and I'm like, did I even want to do that? But I've already done what I did, and I just sit there and I'm like, you know what, too late now. That's Aries for you. I kind of want to mention some contradicting images that comes to Aries, because I feel like Aries can be a sign that's very misunderstood. I think all of the signs can be misunderstood, but since Aries is so external due to its cardinal and fiery nature, Aries can be misunderstood on a grand scale in my opinion. Let's just list some characteristics of Aries. They're immature, they're bossy, but they're leaders? Most leaders in society are generally viewed, I hope, to be very mature, kind, bossy, responsible, Capricorn maybe. But Aries having a leadership quality when they're immature, like, that's something contradicting. And I feel like that's something people can misunderstand when it comes to Aries. They'll see this person who's so immature, innocent, impulsive, yet they're leading everybody. They kind of sit there and go, why is this happening? When you're an Aries rising, people see you to be a leader, yet they don't understand why and how you are one. And I think the main thing that Aries has, or what people think Aries has, is confidence. Because most of the time when people do things, they kind of think about it, and when they think about it, they can be a little insecure, and then they just don't do things. When you're an Aries, you don't think, you just do. I've emphasized that point. And when people see this, they're like, wow, you do things so impulsively. You're so confident. And when you're an Aries rising, people will think that you're confident. People may even think you're intimidating because they think you're confident. Because you just have this vibe of where you can just do whatever you want and everything will be okay. You don't even care if things will be okay. You just know somehow in some way you will be okay. You will survive through whatever you do. That's why Aries has this survivor archetype also. They can just get through anything, no matter what they do. Even if it's something dumb, they survive through their decisions, even their bad ones. When it comes to an Aries rising, they look like a leader, they look like a boss, but at the same time, they can be seen to be kind of dangerous. When it comes to their physical appearance, when I think of Aries rising, I think of the eyebrows. Like, when I think of Aries rising, I think of angry eyebrows, like angry, thick eyebrows. An Aries rising looks like they want to do something. Even if they're the laziest person in the world and they just want to stay home, they look like they want to do something. And I think that's kind of interesting. They usually look very determined, but you really don't know what they're determined to do. They just look determined. You look like they're going to finish something today. They look like they're going to be productive, or you know, whatever. Aries, Capricorn, and Scorpio are the Mars trio, and with this they can look kind of sexy. So Aries is kind of a rising that can be very sexually appealing because it's very masculine. Aries is like the ultimate masculine sign. So if you see a guy or anybody with an Aries rising, they can look kind of macho and like, you know, pretty like, they can look kind of thuggy, which is why people do think they're intimidating. They're one of the more intimidating risings if you catch them on a bad day. But unlike Scorpio or Capricorn, where they look serious and kind of scary all the time, Aries is a little bit lighter because, you know, there's that optimistic nature to them, so it kind of makes it look a little happier. Not necessarily happier, but less pessimistic and more, you know, uplifting. And that's because Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is like pure energy. It's very, I want to say it's pretty neutral, because you know, when you're a Scorpio rising, you have Pluto and you look kind of like dark, but then with Capricorn you have Saturn, so you look very serious. With Aries, you just have this big ball of energy and you have no place to go with it. You can do whatever you want with it. So I'll go ahead and say that Mars is kind of neutral in that sense. And when this applies to Aries, they can go anywhere. And usually they tend to take the very, not aggressive route, but very reckless route. So that's Aries rising for you. I think that's pretty much it. So comment below on which series I should do next. It's either Saturn in the houses or major aspects in astrology. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye guys, thanks for watching.